Hello, Star Wars fans. We are back with another episode of the Starlight Podcast. As usual, we've got our star-studded cast. Lord Dagovere, how we doing, fam?
Yo, fam, so good to see everybody here. The Dark Temple is here. Let's go. Ready up.
Absolutely. And, of course, we've got Daddy Sheev, a.k.a. John Bates. How we doing, sir?
Doing lovely. Excited to talk to you both. Ready up.
Ready up, ready up. Awesome. So we're going to make this a little bit more of a briefer episode, but in light of some recent interviews that we've seen from John Boyega, he was at some sort of panel and he made a joke about Finn, holding a lightsaber, resisting Kylo Ren, and how he believes that Finn basically should have been a little bit more sensitive and should have been a little bit more of a Jedi in the sequel trilogy. So we'll touch on that a little bit. What did you guys think? I know Johnny sent the video in our chat. What did you think about that?
Yeah, I was just scrolling on TikTok or on Instagram, and I saw, John Boyega, and I was like, oh wow, what's going on here? And he was giving an interview at Fan Expo, and he was talking about that. And dude, it was so funny of like how he like worded it and described it, basically of like, listen, all right, I got a lightsaber. I held my own against Kylo Ren. He basically said, he started the job for Rey to finish, and I'm not force sensitive. How's that? Like, he was like, what are we doing? So I thought that was really funny, and I feel like it's really cool that he still seems so engaged in Star Wars, and it kind of gives me a little hint, like maybe he'll come back at some point, maybe eventually. So that's exciting to seem like he's still like engaged in the Star Wars community.
Yeah, he always is, and I feel like when the sequel trilogy ended with Rise of Skywalker, he was very, very outgoing about how much of a fan he was. Like, he was, all of his memorabilia and stuff that he had, and also even when The Last Jedi was coming out on Battlefront had come out, he was like so about the game and everything. Like, he's a fan, he's a passionate fan. So yeah, I'd be pretty freaking upset and butthurt too if I had a lightsaber in the first movie, and then all of a sudden I wasn't force sensitive and I got side casted and everything else. Yeah, of course, hell yeah, So, John Boyega, wherever he talks his stuff. Go on, talk your shit, boy. Because I feel like you deserve it. Everyone deserves it. And at the end of the day, if there was one story that should have gotten more, it was his, for sure.
I agree, and I also agree, Dagobah. I was kind of gonna say a similar thing where like John Boyega is like an A-tier actor right now. Like he deserves the respect that he has.
I don't think he gets it either. I do not think he gets it. No,
he doesn't get enough, but he deserves it, and I'll listen to anything that he has to say about Star Wars because Finn he really had the potential to be like a top tier Star Wars character. But like I'm still a Finn stan. I still love his performance in The Force Awakens. That's one of my favorite scenes is when he meets Poe and they're escaping together. And it really is like one of my favorite, friendships that have formed in Star Wars. So I love Finn. Hopefully we get more from him with this Rey stuff, and all roads lead back to the rise of the return of Kylo Ren. I would love to see more story with them.
Yeah, I think it makes the most sense. I don't know if it'll happen. I honestly feel like we have way more of a chance to see the the hunt for Ben Solo than Finn or Poe. So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I think we need more of all of them, but that may just be me. But one of the things we wanted to hit on before we get to our main topics here, Kathleen Kennedy is riding for the AI haters a little bit, right? She said, I don't know about AI. So just kind of wanted to give a shout out to Kathleen Kennedy. Everybody knows how we feel about this podcast. I don't know if anybody has thoughts on kind of what Kathleen Kennedy was saying. And Dave Filoni, they're kind of on the frontier for this Disney, for Disney, and they're kind of anti-AI right now.
Yeah, they're fighting a good fight. When Dagovere sent that in our chat the other day, that's literally what I said word for word. Dagovere basically said, yeah, she ain't here anymore. So we lost a good soldier fighting a good fight. Yeah. Now it's on you, Dave, to save us. Save us, Dave, from AI, please.
Yeah, and Johnny, you bring up a good point too, because I feel like we don't know what the internal look is for Lucasfilm is like, what if these people that we don't know, we don't like that, people that are not Sam Witwer, people that are not Dave Filoni, and Kathleen's gone. So I'm wondering how many people are actually okay with the idea of AI, and I think that's where the looming threat is, because now you have Dave Filoni has way more responsibility than he's ever has now. And so perhaps it's a little troublesome if these AI whispers inside Lucasfilm start emerging when Daddy's not around to stop these voices, So that's my biggest worry. Everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to work less. And I think when you're trying to make some of the best stories ever, I don't think you should be incorporating AI into any type of creativity whatsoever. Helping it make you work might be ideal in some perspective, in like output or something, but I just feel like in terms of like the creative juices of writing and drawing and all these other things, like especially with like CGs, I don't think it should be anywhere near that stuff, and that's what I'm terrified about.
Yeah, it destroys your brain.
I agree.
I agree.
I agree, man. I'm all right. So I've been having to deal with all these fucking kids these days recently about this whole Mace Windu dark side shit.
Yeah.
And every single time I say something about anything, from what book, what page, no, it's the easiest AI search, motherfucker. If you're asking Brock about motherfucking Mace Windu using the goddamn dark side, I swear to God.
Copilot doesn't know ball. Copilot doesn't know ball. Jesus Christ.
God,
Dude, it's that like Google thing. When you Google something now, the AI thing comes out up first. 80% of the time, I swear that thing's wrong.
Yes. I was searching this shit on top of like the Star Wars stuff, and it was telling me this whole made up story about how Mace Windu got his lightsaber. It was fucking insane. And then it turns out I searched with exactly what I was finding, and it was just literally some fucking Reddit post that had nothing to do with like actual lore. It was just someone theory crafting. The other thing was talking about how the Detroit Lions had never won a playoff game in 20 years. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was just like, I'm linking it and showing it on NFL, and they're like, oh yeah, wow, that's crazy. NFL would make a joke like that. No, but they haven't won a playoff game in 20 years. And I was like, wow, this is what people are using. This is what they're doing.
Yeah. I always see videos of that one guy who does like the most absurd stuff with the AI, and he's like, time my mile. And
that was crazy.
Like, I'm going, and then like literally 3 seconds later, he's like, okay, I'm done. How long was that? And the AI is like, well, that was 10 minutes.
And
the guy's
10 minutes, and it was
I don't think
2
so. I was
long.
faster. He's like, it may have felt faster, but it wasn't. And it's just like, bro, that's the stuff that people are using for like, first off, using for business, using for like to literally do creative stuff. Like now people aren't even like writing emails. They're just like, fucking brain slap down and send it to each other. Like
best.
I can't stand it. I can't stand it. And it gets me riled up every time. And now, I mean, the whole Sora stuff was great, obviously. But like that's only the tip of the iceberg. Like people are still Disney's taking like a million different other companies and being like, yo, can we do this now? Johnny, any thoughts?
Just shaking my head.
Thinking about Martin Luther King hitting a grand slam in the World Series.
Harriet Tubman hitting a grand slam, dude. I mean, goodbye, Sora. I just find it funny that Sora clip just that we put in our several of our channels from our last pod, they just won't show it because we made fun of Sora AI. Like I swear it got like blacklisted or whitelisted from any algorithm. It's so funny.
Yeah, or Connor's shoes apparently. Whatever. It's crazy.
Yeah, rest in piss. You won't be missed. It's probably not the best way to start a video. Talking like shit about something.
AI did not like that. They're like, we're not.
But we know that's not true because we know that's all that platform loves is drama and bullshit.
Yeah.
And people fighting and everything. So maybe not. Maybe it's the AI friends. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just a calm guy that does facts and whatnot.
No, people don't like that either.
What do they like?
I don't know anymore.
They
bro.
like the AI answers that Google gives you when they ask you a
Ah,
question.
yeah.
They don't need us
I love
anymore.
that.
That's because it agrees with you. It agrees with you. And that was also insane because when I was telling it, when I was showing it proof of like the Detroit Lions winning, and it was like, nope, that never happened. That's not true.
Dude,
It's Portuguese.
you're getting gaslit by a robot.
Yeah. What's also crazy too, funny enough, is I like testing out all this AI shit to see how effed up it is. And you know what's crazy is the one that actually is the most accurate is Alexa. Out of all of them, I'll be cooking and I will literally start talking to Alexa about XR-Kun, and Alexa will know, like just straight up, and talking back to me about like the story points and everything. It may be grabbing it from Reddit or anything, but it's still wrong about a lot of shit. But it was like leagues more accurate than Grok and whatever the Google. Jesus, man. Gosh.
You should ask Alexa about Ezra.
Don't even get me
Yeah,
fucking started.
see what Ezra. Yeah, see what.
Yeah,
it thinks of Ezra.
yeah. You know what's crazy? You know what's gonna ask me? It's gonna have, hey, Daddy Dagovere, you have a choice between Last Jedi son or Reylo daughter. But you know what, fam? The bloodline is ending with me. The legacy ends with me.
Well, I would assume that you would want a Last Jedi son because you are already the Reylo.
Oh, God damn it, Connor.
That makes sense.
You are
Honestly, I'm you guys know, I'd be okay with either. I'd be very happy for them, you know. But I'm not a goddamn Reylo, guys. We're gonna have a whole topic about this bullshit.
We don't have to. All I'm gonna say is we'll end it after this.
Oh God,
Dagovere, open up your phone. And
it's
show
not
us.
working right now. It's
Oh
off.
yeah. That's all we have to say. That's all I have to say about it.
Next
my
topic.
phone's
Next
broken.
topic.
Oh, my phone's broken.
My phone is broken.
Mine's broken.
For some reason, I can't get this photo of Kylo and Rey off of my. I can't do it.
Oh,
God
my
damn it,
goodness.
man.
Yeah.
I'm about to just change it, dude.
But that would mean
we're
that you
gonna
have that.
pull
That
you
means
off.
that you had surrendered to our antics.
Yeah, I
that
know,
means
and
we
I don't want
win.
to do that either.
Yeah.
Once you get rid of it, you're more of a closeted Reylo at that point because
Yeah.
and there's
I
nothing
need
to prove.
More of your true feeling.
It's already out. It's over. I'm already crucified, baby.
Yeah. I think we should talk about Darth Maul.
Ooh,
I think
Good.
we should talk about Maul Shadow Lord releases next week.
Kenobi.
Dagovere, you're going to be live reacting.
Yeah, I will be having a watch party with whoever decides to join. But the thing is, too, is like they're busting out this shit at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
No, I hate
Monday
that
morning.
so much.
It's gonna be 3 on Monday morning, or Tuesday.
Monday morning. Monday morning. You know, so I'm watching it Monday night at 7 or 8, whenever my watch party's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't like that. You know, you had a huge opportunity here. The best looking Star Wars animation outside of Visions. You know, the best, most compelling character for movie only fans, Darth Maul. There should have been a huge blockbuster event for you to put this shit on Thursday or Friday, whatever, for people to watch. And it should have been an 8 o'clock release. Mm-hmm. You know? Or a 10 o'clock
Make
release.
it a 10, just so
Yeah.
everybody in
How's
California
Andor?
everybody in California can get home from all the,
Hell
the
yeah.
millions of minutes
Yeah.
of traffic that they'll be out there.
Yeah,
So-
man. Yes.
They get home, they eat dinner, 7 p.m. We're already locked in because we're way ahead of. We're all on the East Coast, so we're already locked. So
Yeah.
easy money. It's done. We can make videos we can make videos right after. We can do reactions right after.
Yes.
And no one has to wait till 3 a.m. Although I do have fantastic memories of getting up at 3 a.m. to watch The Mandalorian. So
Yeah.
Yeah, never
the
forget
time.
going to Connor's house in college. But yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing here, what the thought process is. I thought they had moved past the 3 a.m. release because I swear Andor came out at 8 p.m. Or am I hallucinating? I swear it didn't come out at 3 in the morning. Or did it?
Which one?
Andor. You guys hear me?
Yes.
all right?
no, Andor
Yes,
was.
yeah.
I thought Andor,
Andor
was
came
like
out at 3.
It
The
was?
first season. The first
Oh, the
season.
first
came out at
season,
3.
yeah,
Second
yeah.
season.
Yeah.
The second
But
season came
season-
out. The second season came out earlier because I believe there were like 3-episode releases.
Yes, they were in arcs. Yes.
Yes, but they came out at a reasonable time. I feel like I could have watched
Right.
them all.
Yes, I think they came out around like 8 or 9 because I was doing watch parties for those two. That show is so good. Like, I can't even front, bro. That show's so fucking good. Dude.
Dagovere hates that show is good. He hates that there's
What
no
show?
lightsabers.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I do. I hate that there's no lightsabers. Yeah, man, because if it did, that might be the best fucking Star Wars anything, you know? For me, anyway, you know?
Yeah.
God damn it.
I think it might be
Andor
two. I think it
was-
might be like Empire Strikes Back and then Andor, honestly.
I think that's fine. Like, I don't hate that for people, but I still think that there's things that are above it, but yada yada yada. I'm very excited for Maul Shadow Lord, guys. Like, I'm literally thinking about getting a Black Series for this because that's how much I think that this show is going to be. That, like, this show may be fucking amazing.
Yeah. It might be
I have
top 3
high hopes for it
animated.
as well.
I think it might be top, like,
3 animated. It might be like a top 5 Star Wars anything.
You think that high?
You know, I just have. All right, I'm not saying I'm fucking psychic or an empath or any bullshit Force user
You're a
motherfucker.
Raylo.
Okay, sure. I just get these feelings that this shit is either gonna be fucking ass or it's gonna be gas. You know?
Gas or ass? We'll find out.
Yes. Is that a thing? I don't know. I just said that. off
Oh,
the top of my
well, I
head.
just made it up. It is now. Gas or
Oh,
ass?
okay.
We'll have to
Gas,
rate it.
yeah, that's how I feel. It's either gonna be ass or gas. That's how I feel,
What's
right?
Gas or pass? That was
Or peak or meek or weak. Yeah, that's what we said. We have peak and weak. So,
we got some options.
and I just can't see. I don't see anything wrong with this fucking thing. Like, soundtrack, everything, the action. Only fucking thing I'm thinking about is buying a second goddamn OLED TV in my fucking room. Like, because I need to feel it both ways, baby.
Yeah.
You know.
The thing is, the only thing because aesthetically it has everything, right? It's got, you know, a different animation style basically. It's like it's almost
insane.
elevated. It's almost like
Upgraded.
paintings.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I'm worried about is like the actual like story arc, like what happens in the
Really?
show.
I don't think so. I'm not worried at all. That's George Lucas's bones
I'm
right
not
there.
either. I feel like
I'm saying that's the only part that it could be weak. Like that's like everything else is like is peak. But I'm curious to see where they go with Maul. I think his story is gonna make it or break it with, you know, his mourning of Savage Opress, his trying to try to figure out what he's doing with his life at this point, right? He's trying to rebuild. He's Sisyphus. He has to push the rock back up the mountain. I think they're gonna do a good job. Sorry, I interrupted you, Johnny.
no, you're good, bro. I mean, I was gonna kind of say the same thing. I feel like I kind of disagree that you're worried, like being worried about the story. I feel like it's in good hands with the dude, Matt. I always get his last name wrong, but he's the same guy that did the Umbara arc.
Yeah.
And he was involved in Clone Wars. And then Filoni, I feel like this is their bread and butter. And everything I'm seeing from the trailers to some of the teasers, it just looks so good. I feel like they can't mess it up. And usually I'm not this optimistic for Star Wars projects these days. Usually a little more cautiously optimistic, but I feel like this could be a home run here.
Yeah, I agree, Johnny. I'm with you right there. Like, I feel like I could fall backwards and this Maul Shadow Lord is gonna catch me. Like,
Yes.
like fucking for real, dude. You know, and you guys know I stream on Tuesdays and shit, and I've been having so many people talk shit about how like the whole idea of George Lucas sequel trilogy is fake, it's not real and everything because Darth Talon is like a character that's like 200, 300 years after Luke Skywalker even exists.
Just didn't care about that.
Well, and so that's the whole thing.
Stop.
I guess this is my knowledge of the day type shit right here. Unlock the knowledge because this is the Star Wars Archives book, right?
Yeah.
And this is the one from 1999 for 2005, so it's the whole fucking thing. So this is George Lucas being interviewed. Yes. And so Paul Duncan says, was Darth Maul the main villain? George Lucas says yes, because he's very old. But he's very old, and we have two versions of him. One that has the set of cybernetic spider legs, and then later on he has the metal legs. That's also from the Clone Wars, which he's going on and talking about. But then he says Darth Maul trained a girl, Darth Talon, who was in the comic books as his apprentice, which is funny because, anybody that knows the Legacy comics, that's not true. She was not Darth Maul's apprentice. So George is talking about his own origins for Darth Maul, which is what Dave and Sam Witwer were talking about. So there's this whole conundrum here that a lot of these expanded universe fans have no idea that George was getting ready to retcon a lot of this shit. So there's a lot of stuff that, in my opinion, if George has his hands on the sequel trilogy, a lot of stuff's getting changed, baby. Mm-hmm. A lot of stuff.
When did that book come out?
I don't know when the Star Wars Archives book had come out. 2024, 2023, I think.
No, but that interview that you just quoted, when was that?
I'm not sure. That's the whole.
Because I thought I heard you say it was like 99, so I was like, oh, was that?
Oh no! This is
before
after
Clone Wars even came out.
Yeah, I don't think. I think this is after he sold.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but still, he had those ideas, and I don't know why people you literally just read that's what that was from the whole time, because I've seen it so much of people bringing that up. But yeah, Lucas had that idea, and now it feels like Filoni and Matt are pulling some of that stuff, and Dave worked very closely with George on the first 6 seasons of the Clone Wars.
Yes,
they worked very close together. Yes. So I feel like they can't mess it up.
And Johnny, you bring up a great fucking point. It's not even about them messing up. It's literally just about there was already a plan in place. And even when Disney had purchased this stuff, Dave is probably doing majority of what George would have wanted to do. Mm-hmm. Because I hear from a lot of Legends fans that as soon as the Clone Wars animated series started, it already retconned a bunch of shit during the Clone Wars, especially Mandalorian lore. And so if George is doing that himself, what the fuck is he going to do when he makes his own 3 movies after Return of the Jedi?
Yeah, on what he wants.
And you guys know me. I'm a Legends boy through and through, okay? All right?
George did not really care that much about the books.
I disagree. He wanted it consistent because it needs to make him money. And there are a lot of stuff out there that said he may have worked on this. He's not writing every fucking book. That's not what I'm saying. But to say he doesn't care, I think is not correct. But also to say that it was more important or just as important as his story is also incorrect.
Yeah.
So, because clearly this guy was already thinking about something else entirely. Especially that, because that's the whole thing. So if you start reading this book back here, it's called the Jedi Search Trilogy. It's literally when Luke Skywalker starts searching for people to be a part of his Jedi Order, his Jedi Academy, right? And there's some planets in there as well as Heir to the Empire. Coruscant is what they call it in the audiobooks. Coruscant. Nice. Coruscant. That's what they're saying. Coruscant. And what do we see in the prequels? Coruscant. Mm-hmm. Were these ideas already there? Maybe, possibly. But George was definitely picking and choosing what he wanted to use in his future stories. Darth Talon is a character, like I said, is 100 years after Luke exists. And he said, nope, I'm going to take that Twi'lek and I'm going to put him with Darth Maul, and then we're going to make a story. Yeah. So...
Is that your George impression?
Kind of. Yeah. So... I don't know, man. I think he knew a little bit more about the EU than we all anticipated. And I think he was using a lot of those resources because if there was something interesting in there that he liked or that he also thought of, because he also talks about this back here, the complete encyclopedia, which is also something that he talks about was like his baby because it needed everything in there that he had wanted, which also has inconsistencies and stuff. So anyway, I could go on about this shit, but George was definitely cooking something that he wanted that I don't think the rest of the EU would have liked, for sure.
Yeah, I think it is so crazy because I'm not deep into the Legends fandom, so I don't interact with the Legends community as much as I do with the canon community. They are very, very protective of their Legends stories.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think they're a little dramatic with that, because obviously it wasn't when they bring in these expectations for canon, for Disney canon. Because, and you say this all the time, Dagovere, a lot of times these stories are shackled by like the actual movies.
100%, especially new canon by far.
Yeah. And I think since I started with new canon and then I got into Legends, I can like, make that distinction of like, hey, this is a really cool story, but like it's not canon. It doesn't affect me as much as someone maybe like you who had grown up with the movies and then got really dove deep into like the Legends stories and the books and all that stuff. So,
Yeah, to an extent, I'm not even gonna lie. I told you guys I wasn't allowed to play video games or anything when I was a kid, So a lot of this stuff I've accumulated is like in my 20s, late 20s, when I was allowed to be a person. But I remember playing Star Wars: The Old Republic, and I was very excited that Disney had bought Star Wars, because I was like, shit, more Star Wars, more movies, let's fucking go. But then they came out with the announcement, all right, everything is no more. It's just the Clone Wars and the movies, and that's it. And I was playing Star Wars: The Old Republic MMO, and my character was in there, and I felt really shitty, because I was like, in that moment, my character no longer exists in the story, And then everybody else. So if I felt that way and everybody else felt that way, yeah, of course, I would be pretty protective about the things that I loved and I spent money on and accumulated over time. That's my story, and people grow up with that. And I think they have every right, just as dramatic as people that love The Last Jedi, It is like, I feel like it's all the same. It's all love. We're all passionate about it. That's what makes us Star Wars fans. But I do think all of us, including myself, Legends fans, diehards, and new canon, really just don't. We have no idea what the actual story would have been or is. And I would even argue even the new canon books and comics don't mean shit. They don't. I would say that they don't. Because at the end of the day, what does a book and a comic matter when a story needs to be told in a movie? You think that book and comic is going to last?
No, there's obviously the hierarchy. But we've got stuff.
But that's a hell no. That's a hell no.
They've done it a lot in new canon with like the Ahsoka book in particular is like the first thing that comes to my mind.
The first thing, and that is a big piece. Why? Why, guys? Because that's Dave's character now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it doesn't matter. I'm not saying it has no value. I'm saying when push comes to shove, something's going to take priority, and it's not going to be the books and comics.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's 100% valid. Which is why I like the High Republic publishing title, because it's all contained in what we have. It doesn't, there's obviously some stuff that is impacts like the future of Star Wars, and Yoda's in it, But it is the smartest thing they have done, in my opinion, for the franchise.
So much. It doesn't fuck with the Old Republic.
Yep.
It doesn't fuck with the movies. It is its own thing. Like, it is self-sustaining. It doesn't need to do and affect anything else. Even with the Acolyte, like it literally affects nothing at all.
Exactly.
Whatever the criticism is, it's incorrect. It's just all in its own little sustained bubble. That is the smartest thing they've done, and they should have done that since day one, in my opinion.
And that's what they need to do for like the Old Republic. Like make a whole not books, but I'm saying make a story that is contained in that time.
And Johnny, you can chime in too whenever you want, fam.
Yeah. You guys are good. You're cooking. Keep going.
So I love what they're doing right now with Fate of the Old Republic. It is perfect, and I've literally been talking to myself since goddamn 2018 that don't remake the game's canon, just make a third game. And they're making a third game, so that is like, so now you have all the other ones that are soft canon, you're acknowledging everything else. Great, tell events around it, because you're going to put more emphasis on the original story, and now you have room to breathe about something in the future. And that's exactly what you should do. That's exactly what you should do with a TV series. You're telling me, sign me up for fucking 12 episodes of an hour plus episodes, and give me a fucking Old Republic story in between Knights of the Old Republic 2 and Fate of the Old Republic. Like, that's exactly what you should be doing. Because it's not fucking with anything and it's its own story. Very similar to what the High Republic did. That, in my opinion, is the key to success. And you have the foundation, a plethora of soil, aka the freaking expanded universe legends, to work with, to utilize things. And then you got Chris Avlon and all these other people, especially the people that are working on this game now, that have had goddamn ideas that have been out there for years that everyone talks about the Knights of the Republic 3 that never happened and stuff like that. Yes, you're 100% right, Connor. 100%. And that's what they should be doing and prioritizing, in my opinion, over sequel stuff. Not because the sequel stuff is not interesting. You have more freedom here.
Yeah.
That's why.
I think they honestly need to let a couple of things. They need to let the in between 3 and 4 breathe. We've gotten too many stories in between 3 and 4.
I agree.
And they've been good. There've been a lot of like good stories within there. But that is, they have just been punching and punching and punching that era.
It's too much. Yeah.
So
too much.
And
they've been hitting it. They've been hitting between 6 and 7, right? 6, 7. They've been hitting in between it, right?
8, 9.
So now give it a little bit of time. We're gonna have Starfighter, right? The Starfighter will be the furthest that we've gone, right?
Can't
I'm
wait.
excited for that.
See how that goes, okay? I think it's gonna be a fucking banger of a movie. I think Gosling's gonna absolutely kill it, especially since we saw him in Project Hail Mary and how well he did in that. He's on a hot streak right now, and
He's on a heater.
now we need to explore some other stuff, right? We've got our Mandoverse going, right? We've already got that. Preoccupied. Now we're hitting post, and now Darth Maul, Shadow Lord. Like, we need to go somewhere else, and I think like High Republic is. They can hit some High Republic. They did it with the Accolade, but like before that, I would even go to the very beginning. I would love that Dawn of the Jedi stuff.
Yes,
where we get some weird stuff in the Force. Like, I think that would be super fun to see where we go with the beginning of the Force, and there's obviously stories with that, right? Dagovere with like the Jedi,
hell yes,
stuff like that.
Even before that, baby, you got 100,000 years before the Battle of Yavin, where shit is going crazy. You got the Sith spawn on Korriban, the Sith race. You got the Rakata there, and even before that, that's what I'm talking about. It's like original is original. I mean, in my opinion, low stuff is like stuff I'm not really interested in is like Jedi, Dark Jedi, and I'm not really interested in that. I want to see something new, and that, in my opinion, is like Rakatan Empire and before that. Give me like, I'm talking about like some of the Force users before they're even Force users, before they even understand what's happening, which is kind of like what the Dawn of the Jedi story touches up with, But I would say there's a lot of that stuff that you can retcon and can change completely. But there's a theme there that I think is good that you should keep with, and I think it is the Rakatans, and I think it is that entire race and that whole war, which is beautiful, because that ultimately creates the Jedi Order, and that's what it should leave into. But hey, man, we're just talking about one galaxy here.
There's a million galaxies out there.
Yeah. So that's the type of stuff that I want to see. Like, I want to know. Give me a story that eventually leads into everything that we know,
Yeah. And what we have, like, what is it, the Grisk? Or the people who are immune to the Force, right? Like they don't.
Yeah, that's the new canon Vong. That's like it's like their version of the it's like their version of it, the dumbed down version of it. Yeah. That's also interesting. That's also compelling. But I'm talking about this fucking movie again, but The Last Jedi also has kind of like a shout out to them. A little bit, because you have the I can't remember what they're called, the little explorers that Snoke has in his little throne room. They're sitting right there and they're looking at the telescope with him. Those are the people that are helping him navigate through uncharted space. And they're also somewhat affiliated with the Grisk. So it's just like the notes are there, baby. Let's play the goddamn tune.
Damn right.
Come on.
Damn right. You know what? Shout out The Last Jedi,
No, but it sounds good.
It's okay. Let him have his cake, baby. It's all right.
You know what?
Go on, Connor.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
You do you, baby.
Says the guy wearing the Mickey Mouse hat. What's going on here?
Oh yeah, I'm I'm the Disney shill.
He's
dude.
a goddamn shill.
I'm the new shill. It's Dagovere, you're off the hook.
I'm the Raylo. He's the shill. Connor is the Last Jedi fanboy. We're the worst.
Yeah.
We're the best. We're just a motley crew.
Yeah, Swagman hates us.
No, bro, Swagman. Listen, Swagman, we love you. Please. I saw all of our friends get that Shadow Lord box. That was so
dude.
cool. That was so cool.
I'm so jealous, dude. I'm
am jealous.
I
Yeah.
saw I saw Grayson open the box and he got a freaking Maul like hoodie like fluff thing, and I was like, damn, I want to be comfortable too, you know?
I know.
I think some of them got cookies. I want cookies.
I want some
I do 10K steps a day, baby. I'm trying to look thin and everything and lean, and I want some cookies, you know?
Dagovere, we see the biceps, bro. This is 4 podcasts in a row. We see the biceps.
You know,
all right,
that's
big
probably
dog?
why they didn't send us anything, is they're sick and tired of seeing my ass. That's why.
Yeah.
No,
Oh
listen,
my god.
Swagman, we really do love you. Okay?
Simon, I don't even know who you are, but I also love you. I like your cookies. Thanks, bro. Who is
It's
this?
really cool. The
I'm so
swag.
confused.
Swagman
Okay,
is
so-
the moderator for like it runs the social. It's basically the name for Star Wars socials.
They're the
Swagman.
they're the it's like a community management tier
Okay.
for them. They go out and they've done people, you know. I've heard we're on their radar. People of us in our circle are on their radar. I've heard them that they know about me, you know, but I'm loud, guys. I don't know, man. You may have to kick me off the podcast to get something.
No.
I'm just saying, man, dude. I'm loud, dude. Who knows? But
We're misunderstood.
Well, I've been crying about that since I was born, so that's an excuse forever, baby. Yeah, dude. I don't know, but they're really cool. Every single time a show comes out, people usually get like merch and stuff. Sometimes you get lucky enough to be sent out. It really depends on like who they send, but it seems like they're more so just like looking for younger fans, you know, the up and coming that are into this stuff, you know. Yeah, it's really good. I think it's really good PR for what they're doing, and I think that they also have a huge target on the back of their shoulders and everything because, you know, anything that you do support Star Wars these days is just shill activity. So yeah, they got a hard ass job, dude.
Yeah,
See
honestly.
this hat there, guys? Send me cookies. That's the brand. Here you go.
No,
Hit up your boy.
yeah. We love Star Wars. That's why we have this podcast. That's why we make our videos.
Exactly.
We love the community, and we love we love
Cookies.
you, Swag.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, cool. Now it's time. All right, we kind of ranted a little bit.
And we did, baby.
It's time for some week or peak. All right, lads. And for those who are listening, this is a brand new segment that we've implemented into the podcast. This is the first time we are doing this. All right. We're gonna be giving some hot takes. I'm gonna be taking over week or peak right now just for this episode. All right.
I'm excited.
I've got 5 topics, and this is Darth Maul themed. All right.
Okay.
Darth Maul
okay.
themed because we've got Maul Shadow Lord coming out.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna honestly give out. It may be only a couple words. It may be a sentence. I want you guys to just think of week or peak.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to say it at the same time? Do we want to have some sort of indicator? Do we want?
Do
We
I
can
wanna
go
write
like we
on
usually
this
talk,
page?
Johnny, me, and you. You know, it's like week, peak, whatever. You know. Yeah. Better for editing.
Okay. I was gonna hold
Yeah.
up a piece of paper, but that works.
Oh yeah, we could do that too. I don't have a piece of paper. I'll just
Just say it. It's fine. Yeah, you
Yeah.
got it. Go ahead.
yeah.
All right. First topic in week or peak, Maul themed is Spider Maul. Week or peak? Johnny,
Week.
Dagovere.
Week.
I'm also saying week. All right.
Week.
I
Week.
think it was super
wild.
weird.
So fucking wild.
It
dude.
was
Yeah.
super
I don't know
weird
how
to
you
see
made
him.
That. Like,
Yeah.
dude, you couldn't like make yourself like I don't know stubs so you could like at least kind of walk. Why you gotta do a whole arachnid vibe? Like how do you know
Yeah.
what a spider is?
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't understand. I mean, George has had a lot of crazy ideas, guys, but man, Maul as a spider was so whack and crazy in the first place. I don't fucking
I
know what
guess
the
it
hell I was
goes
watching.
with him being crazy and insane for like 10 plus years, just alone and on that trash planet.
Yeah.
But I can't say a spider is what I would say is good or makes a ton of sense.
No, it would have made more sense if he turned into a raccoon, trash panda. I don't fucking know, dude. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I want to be in the room. I want to be in the writer's room when George Lucas comes in and Dave Filoni's, Dave Filoni's probably in my head. Dave Filoni's walking in behind him, right? He's like George is like walking, he's the big dog, and George and Dave's like, hey, yeah, and then he goes, all right, guys, I have an idea. Spider, Darth Maul. Make it happen, all right? Make it happen.
Crazy.
And all the writers are like,
well, that's a great idea,
Darth Maul,
George.
All right, Darth Maul cut in half. Spider, trash, brother. Okay, all right, I'll make it happen.
Yeah.
And it happened just like that. I think it's so funny to see him as a spider. It's so weird, man.
Weak.
Yeah,
we don't. I forget about Spider Maul.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Second topic. Weak or peak? Savage oppress. Johnny.
Peak.
I'm going weak with Savage oppress.
Really?
Dude, not my boy Savage oppress.
But I think he can become peak with Maul Shadow Lord. Because, in my opinion, he's like, in my opinion, he's not a great character. You know what I mean? He's just like fodder to
But he's a great character because of Maul. Like,
right.
Like,
Maul, like how
you
like,
see.
his story.
Yeah. That's exactly why I think he's peak.
Like, that dude's really hitting the trend, and he's really hitting the arms like Dagovere.
He got the buff.
Dude, he was one of my favorite Clone Wars characters. Just
Really?
because of how like big and huge he is, but also what he adds to Maul's character and with being his brother and him even being lost a little bit of like this dude was literally like a lab experiment. They got like plucked by Assad.
Yeah.
As a weapon. And then his only other purpose down the galaxy is his brother, and he cares deeply about his brother, and he ends up getting killed by the goat, lapping the whole time and twirling around and playing around with Savage and then stabbing him. Like, I don't know. I just feel like Savage is a great character, and it was a great addition to Star Wars.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, 100%. I just love the whole thing with Maul. It really it humanized Maul even more. I feel like that was the whole point. That's why I think it's peak.
Yeah, I think.
Also,
and
one
I
more
haven't.
thing, sorry, Connor. He kills the most Jedi in the Clone Wars canonically.
Does he
What
really?
we see on screen.
Is that true?
More than Grievous, which we went off last week about that. But yeah, that's another nice little tidbit that he has. He's killed the most Jedi.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I just think he didn't. I just think the character didn't do enough for me. But I think in Maul Shadow Lord, Sam Witwer says that Maul is going to actually mourn his brother, and I think that will make me feel a little bit more.
What?
Some flashbacks might be cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I saw a video of
Holy
him talking
shit.
about Maul going through all of his stuff. He's going to think about Savage Opress. Like he's going to be going through a bunch of stuff.
I literally talked about that on my Twitter today. It's got fucking like 3,000 views or whatever. I was like, I really hope Shadow Lord leans into Maul's past more. And I was talking about the Star Wars Rebel episode where he's showing Ezra like all the stuff from his past and everything. That I didn't even fucking know that. Oh damn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'll give it a look right now. But I think
that, I believe you. I
think I saw him talk about that. Yeah, Sam Witwer, voice actor for Darth Maul, revealed Savage Opress, Maul's brother and former apprentice, will heavily influence Maul's psyche in the 2026 series, Maul Shadow Lord.
Man. So Maul is like
Witwer
gonna be down bad, bro.
Yeah, Witwer noted that Maul
would probably mourn him.
Yeah,
I mean he's alone.
Yeah, because Savage got killed. He gets captured by Palpatine. He breaks out, and then his mother dies. That's probably another thing. We'll probably get some Mother Talzin. And then he's trying to lure Obi-Wan and Anakin to Mandalore, and Ahsoka shows up.
Maul might be Mother Talzin's character after this, guys.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like he hasn't even had a chance to mourn her either.
Right, because it is canon that Maul or Savage Opress is Darth Maul's biological brother.
Yes.
They are half brothers because they're both direct descendants of Mother Talzin.
I did not know that. I thought they were like cousins or something.
No, I think they're like half brothers.
I know they said brothers and everything.
Right,
but
they
I
say brothers, but
just,
it's. I was looking this up the other day, and I was like, I saw a video or something where it said like these guys in. It was Star Wars Explained. It's
okay.
Alex said that in Legends, I think Savage Opress they were not like direct descendants, but in canon, like they're half brothers.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, it also says Whitwer noted that Maul regrets failing to properly treat his loyal brother and will be assessing his past failures.
Fucking A.
Yeah. Shout out Savage.
About to get it, baby.
That's gonna be peak. All right, 3 more. Darth Maul showing up in Solo, weak or peak? Johnny.
I would say, you know what? I'm gonna say weak.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying weak because nothing happened.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm saying weak because nothing happened. It went nowhere.
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
Oh, he's there. And he said, come for me on Dathomir.
Yeah.
And then, there's literally been nothing since. Like, it was kind of cool that he showed up, but then it's like, okay, what was the point of this?
Yeah, no, it's I don't think that's ever happening.
That's why I hesitated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is. I'm gonna echo your guys' sentiment. Nothing really came of it. Maybe we'll get some connections in this show, or some inklings of what the hell happened. But in the theater, it was peak. In the theater, I'm like, Maul, Darth Maul.
Yeah, fan service at peak. But then
I didn't like
the
it.
Story. I'm
dude,
like, what is?
I'm so easily entertained in the movie theater. It doesn't even matter what's on my screen. Like I with the exception of The Rise of Skywalker, that was the only time I ever came out of a movie where I was like, I don't know. But I also was filled with, it was kind of a toxic time being a Star Wars fan at that point. So
yeah, it was really bad. Yeah.
So that didn't help, but I thought it was so cool to see him in Solo. Like I'm sure people were confused to hell, but I don't know.
Yeah, they were. They were asking me after the movie. I told you guys about that on the podcast. They were like, "What are you doing?" I thought that guy died. I was like, "Well, I'm sorry, you don't watch cartoons."
All right.
Yeah.
Next topic.
Right. Last one. Second
two
one?
more.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Weak or peak helicopter sabers?
Fucking trash.
Dude, I'm
trash.
No. I don't want to say peak, but I do think they're a little cool. Peak.
No, I am the biggest hater of helicopter sabers, and those who have followed me for years know that it is. To me, it is. I get comically angry at the fact that they're flying away, and I know there's some sort of repulsors and like the force built into it, bro. I cannot see these bum-ass Inquisitors
But guys, I think it's
running away.
Cool, dude. You could fly away.
What the? I don't even think they're flying. Like they're twirling fast enough to even be lifting off the ground. I mean, it just doesn't.
They're using the force.
I hate it.
There's propulsions. Don't worry, I've done the extensive research.
Out of my fucking ass.
I've done
it
the
makes
research.
no fucking
I
sense.
don't know if it's flying. I think it was more of gliding because they were going and Rebels.
Shit was so whack.
Do you know
who coming down from the temple and then going down, or were they on the ground and just flying away?
No, Buddy was fighting and literally got away because of it. He just. I gotta go. My people are calling me.
You know who needs that weapon? Out of anybody in the entire Star Wars canon, General Grievous. General Grievous needs that weapon because he just goes away all the time. He's a coward, and he needs that weapon.
Okay. No, it's just not good. Not a good, but weak. It's so weak. That might be the weakest thing, honestly, that we've even brought up today.
I disagree. I think it's kind of cool, guys.
Man, I hear you. I think it's silly, man. I think it is so silly.
Yeah.
Dude, then you got portable high ground.
Whack.
Yeah, but
So whack, dude.
Dude, Anakin would love that, dude. Your boy would love portable high ground.
You should have just had a droid. You should have just had a droid that could fly.
Well, R2 can fly, and he did that a bunch of times.
Yes, R2 can fly. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. But
yeah.
yeah.
What are we doing? That was a very George Lucas thing to do, Dave.
George Lucas is so silly though. It is kind of silly.
Dare to be silly.
Yeah.
Dare to be lightsaber floaty thing helicopter.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Final weaker peak. Maul's final battle with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Weak or peak?
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna say peak. I feel like people expect it to be like this crazy like duel that lasts forever. I think it was very strategic and really paid a lot of homage to some of the earlier battles and kind of showed how, especially Obi-Wan switching between his old pose to kind of bait Maul to his new one, or vice versa, and then he hit him with the same, he kind of baited him, and Maul tried to hit him with the same move that he killed his master with. I just thought it was very well choreographed. Now, I remember when I first watched it, I'm like, oh wow, it's over already. But as I analyzed it further, it's peak.
Peak. It's the second best fight in all of Star Wars.
Okay,
I love it
that's where
so
we
much.
stop. No, that's where we draw the line. But it is peak.
I'll give you top three. It's like my
think it's
second
good.
favorite behind Luke and
It is
and
not
Vader.
top
I love
three.
it so much. I love it. It's like old samurai. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I was gonna say samurai duel.
It's not
What's
top
wrong
three
with
in
it?
Star Wars.
What's wrong with it?
It's not top three in Star Wars, dude.
You don't like
The
it?
problem with it, it's fucking animation, not live action. That's the problem with it.
I know you've
That's the
talked
problem
about
with
that.
it.
Well, I'm not.
Yeah.
But I didn't consider that as a.
It is. Listen, it is
okay.
peak. It is peak. But that is something that should have been done in live action.
Obi-Wan show.
And I think that they will forever kick themselves for doing that, because it's one of those things where I feel like if I was there, I would have been like, hey Dave, hey George, maybe we should stop and make a one-off Kenobi story. Because that is what it should have been. Just like how Ahsoka is for Rebels, But I think that's the same. I would even argue that's a better story, majority of what we got in Ahsoka, And I'm just talking about story. I'm not talking about anything else.
Right.
Yeah. So, but I think it is peak. But I just imagine what more it could have done, instead of Maul showing up for 3 seconds at the end of Solo.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I think keeping Maul in animation, like Maul is at its best in animation. I don't know. Like we don't have dialogue from live action Maul, so to me it has to be Sam Witwer. Like
A little bit, yeah. A few pieces of dialogue, but
Yeah.
yes, I agree. Yeah.
Sam Witwer just runs away with the character, so that kind of makes sense.
Well, he's had the most time with it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so of course, he's
is
been
Darth
around. The
Maul.
more people, yeah, like that. Yeah, it's just
Kenobi.
yeah. I mean, I really, 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 really wish Ray Park was able to, not go through those things, because I feel like the sky was the limit for that character. He is an extremely talented individual, but the animation run that Sam Witwer has is very hard to beat. And it seems like Maul has found his place at home, and home is animation. And I really wish I just could have gotten more live action.
I
No,
agree.
that's fair. Maybe that's what the Kenobi show should have ended with. And it's funny enough because there's some legend stories of like Reva at the end when she is, at the Lars homestead. There's a whole Legends comic on like, I don't know if it was a clone of Maul, but like Maul like goes to the Lars homestead and Obi-Wan fights him. I feel like they pulled it from that. So like maybe seeing something like that live action would have been sick, but
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I know
sure.
Maul comes back and fights Vader.
yeah, dude, I think
Right.
I think it was a comic pack. Like I don't know if you ever saw these Dagovere back in the day, like 2006 to 2009. They used to do these figure packs, Dark Horse Comics. So it would be 2 action figures and then a comic book with it. And I'm pretty sure that was one of those. Was a Maul one where like he comes back and is on the Lars homestead. So like seeing that live action might have been kind of cool. But it seems like they took that story and used it for Reva and Kenobi. But nevertheless, you make a good point about wanting it to be live action, but I still, regardless, in animation,
Yeah.
it's
No,
still peak.
100%. Yeah. No, it's peak. It is. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
But I see things,
I know. Live action is, the bread and
Cursed
butter.
with
It's the
knowledge.
main. Yeah.
Oh my God. Fine, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, that's how I feel sometimes.
All right, Johnny. We're getting to the end here. I think it's time to
Hey.
take it away for the 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
Ding, ding, ding. The 2-minute warning. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yep.
I haven't used that yet today. I had to use it. So I was thinking about this, and I have some stuff. It's funny that we already talked about some things on the podcast today that kind of, relate to it a little bit. Let me get a timer set. But the 2-minute warning topic today, let me just grab a timer.
He's so excited.
This is going to be Last Jedi. This is going to be Last
No,
Jedi
it is not what you
targeting
think.
right now.
I'm going to make a statement. I think you guys are going to disagree with me. 2 minutes, starting now. Star Wars The Force Unleashed is the best Star Wars video game of all time.
No
Starting
fucking
now.
way.
Go.
No, it is not the best video. It's not the best Star Wars video game of all time. Hell no,
I
dude.
strong disagree. I
No,
know you love the
absolutely
Old
not.
Republic, dude. But in the
No.
Old Republic, I can't bring down a whole Star Destroyer with
doesn't-
the Force.
It doesn't
I
fucking
can't.
matter. It doesn't
Caleb
matter.
Merrick is such a
No.
character. I love that game. There's the crazy shit you could do, but still with some of like the expanded, like kind of
No.
off-story lore.
Yes.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun when I'm like fucking 10 years old and I realize that you can't
don't
do
do
half
that.
of this shit. And I'm not saying that it's a bad game. It's a great fucking game. But Knights of the Old Republic is the Empire Strikes Back for people that live that shit. The whole point of that fucking game is going through this journey and then realizing, holy shit, XYZ. I don't even want to fucking spoil it because that's how much I respect the goddamn game.
Yeah,
and
thank
you
you.
can go and you can play all these other games that are very similar with the idea of execution with the Force Unleashed. You could kill Luke Skywalker and kill Han Solo and Chewbacca, all this bullshit. Yes, it's
That's
it's
the
a
second
fun
one?
game.
That's
The first game
second
is fun.
The
Yeah,
first
that's the second
you can
game.
kill Luke and Obi-Wan.
Yeah, the first game, and the first game is fun, and even with all the nonsense. But I'm telling you, man, I wouldn't even put the Force Unleashed in my top 4. I swear to fucking God.
Well, here's the deal.
Stop!
Let me ask you a question.
Battlefront. You have Knights of the Old Republic. You have Star Wars Galaxies, the MMO, that is fucking amazing.
You guys are forgetting
Those
about
are-
Lego Star Wars. Please.
Well, Battlefront.
Yes.
Lego
yes,
Star Wars is
Lego
better.
Star Wars is
Lego
another
Star
one.
Wars
That's
is
right.
better. Revenge of the
Force
Sith
Unleashed is
video
in my
game.
top 5.
Revenge of the Sith video game. Better.
It doesn't fucking matter, bro. I can
so
play General
fun.
Grievous in 2017 or 2015 Battlefront
Yep.
2, and I still think that's a better game than Star Wars Force
I think the
Unleashed.
original
Jedi,
Battlefront 2 is better
Time's up.
than.
Time's up.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Ding,
of course. Ah,
Ding,
God
ding,
damn
ding,
it,
ding,
man.
ding. It is not happy about that tank. I will just leave it as I have a ton of nostalgia with that game, and it's still one of my favorite games of this day.
Yeah.
And I will defend it, but I will give you that if in a top 4, actually I won't say that because it is the best fucking Star Wars game, but it is.
What's your Mount
So
Rushmore,
fuck
Johnny?
you.
What's your Mount Rushmore? No order. What's your Mount Rushmore?
That's what I was going at. Mount Rushmore, obviously,
Hmm.
The Force Unleashed, Battlefront 2. What's funny is I've watched all the Knights of the Old Republic story, but I never played the game. I have it on my PC here.
It's
but
okay.
I would-
It's okay.
I would go
It's
with
okay.
that. I go with Lego Star Wars, the complete saga. That was such a peak game for me too. And then one more. That gets
Fallen
a little
Order.
tricky.
Fallen
Well,
Order.
not in any order, but
No, I'm saying Fallen
Right.
Order. Jedi Fallen Order.
I wouldn't put it in my top 4. I think it's a really good game, but I wouldn't put it in
Really?
there. I'm trying to think of a fourth now. Maybe it does go in there.
I mean, Fallen
I
Order
do
is
like
pretty
Battle-
fucking good.
I do like the new Battlefront 2 after they made the changes, but I don't think I could put it in there. Trying to think.
Everything that game has gone through, in my opinion, is top 4 worthy, for sure.
It's so good after that, but maybe that's a debate for another day. As we need our Mount Rushmore of Star Wars video games.
I'll tell you right now, fucking Knights of
let's
the Old
hear it.
Republic,
Let's hear it.
Battlefront 3, Lego Star Wars, and the Star Wars Trilogy arcade game, baby. That fucking thing is amazing. I will put that over so many other video games, man. And it's even better when you actually have the joystick that fucking works. Okay? That game is amazing. You get to fight Boba Fett. You get to fight Darth Vader in that shit. It is so awesome, man. I really wish I had an emulator for that game. That game is fantastic.
Yeah. I would say Lego Star Wars. Here's the deal. When I grew up, I played the Lego Star Wars like the prequels. When the first one I played was like it didn't have all of them. It wasn't the complete saga. It was just 1, 2, 3. So that's my favorite one. What else is there? Revenge of the Sith video game is there.
That's a good one.
I've got Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, the pod racing game. Absolutely love that game.
Really?
I love that game.
Bombad or pod racing? Interesting.
What? What was your question?
Oh, it was the name. The name again. It was because I know there's pod racing.
Star Wars Racer.
I think it was Star Wars Racer.
Yeah, Star Wars Racer. I just pulled up a list of all the Star Wars games.
And I put Jedi Fallen Order. I haven't played I haven't played Force Unleashed. Okay, I haven't played the Force Unleashed.
I did like Star Wars Bounty Hunter as growing up, but I don't know if I put that top 4.
Funny story about that game.
That game
for
is
me,
kind of fun.
I received that game as a Christmas gift when I was a child, and put it in. And my mom said, "This is too violent. We're taking this back." I was like, "No, you're not old enough to play this game." And I was like, "Mom, please, I'm playing the game right now, please." So she's like, "No, you're
telling you for 1 second.
Yeah.
Django Fett. It's like, this is too violent. We can't have this.
I know, and I never played it after because I wasn't able to play it.
Now you got to play it again. It's good stuff. It has a lot of lore in it that connects to the movie.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in that game, man.
That's fun.
Good characters. The aiming's kind of, but everything else is pretty great.
Yeah,
that's good
but
stuff.
it was like, and I don't know how long it was.
They just remade it.
They
just remade
it after, but I think for a little bit I wasn't able to play.
Damn.
Shout out Debbie.
Yeah, shout out.
But yeah, anything else that we want to hit here, guys? We're creeping up on the hour.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I've already yelled enough. I've yelled at Swag, man. I've yelled at
Dagovere crash out. Yeah, I got.
It's a good game. It's a good game, but there's just so many other games.
Yeah.
I don't think people really understand how many Star Wars games there were, and it's a star-studded roster, dude.
Yeah, there's a ton, but dude, I will always just take that game just for the lore it creates, the enjoyment I had as a kid with it, and his overall experience. I have to go with it, and the fact that on the Wii I could have lightsabers that literally move them.
Yes.
That was big for me, but nevertheless, I respect your opinion.
Very cool. Well, if you're still listening to us through all of our nonsense, thank you so much. We hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you for everybody who has subscribed. We're going to end it here. Dagovere, where can they find you?
Anywhere at Lord Dagovere on the internet, guys. Let's freaking go. Inside the Dark Temple every single Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. There's a short Tuesday. We got the streams. And this Monday, all throughout Maul, we're going to have the watch-along parties. So come and see your boy inside the Dark Temple. Deuces, baby.
Deuces, baby.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Johnny?
Can't wait. Can't wait for that. I'm going to be traveling, so Dagovere, I'm going to have to tune in on Monday. And watch along with you. You can find me on TikTok at daddy_Sheev, but also the Starlight Podcast at the Starlight Podcast. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, SoundCloud, anywhere you get your podcasts. Give us a listen.
SoundCloud, let's go.
Yeah.
Did I say SoundCloud? I meant Spotify.
Spotify.
We're not dropping mixtapes.
Just going downtown.
We're going downtown. That's for sure.
Lovely, and of course, you guys can find me at Jedi.Connor on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, but not Instagram. We're going at Jedi.Connor _ on Instagram. We'll get there eventually. All right, we're creeping up on 700 subs. All right, on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
So keep cooking, keep tuning in. All right, we're getting into long form here soon. I've got some stuff drafted up. All right.
Oh yeah.
Stay tuned. For Light and Life, thank you so much for listening. Deuces.